Welcome back. International transportation remains vital to the growth of global trade. It is for this reason that Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola says his administration is committed to opening up the transportation sector in order to facilitate trade in the state. The governor said this as he played host to the French Minister of Foreign Trade, Mrs. Nicole Brick, at Government House Ikeja. The French minister, who spoke through an interpreter, noted that France is interested in investing in many areas in Nigeria, with particular interest in transportation.
Also very interested in seeing what you have here and what your projects are for the future, and also where we could possibly establish some partnerships with you to help you along in these projects. I can see them everywhere I go in the world where they participate, especially in development projects. So this is something that is absolutely necessary, and I think that this is also something that is really a real challenge for our democracies. And certainly urban transportation, when we talk of cities, is really at the heart of the matter.
We are implementing simultaneously about 5 major transportation projects in the state. I've spoken of the Badagry Road Corridor, the rail project there, the Ikorodu Corridor, the Lekki-Epe Expressway Corridor, and the the ferry terminal. So when all of this is done, really, the opportunities for trade can only get much more upscale. Efficiencies of business will improve, and clearly all those who seek to do business here can only look to a real season of prosperity.
Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola, Schneider Electric, a global specialist in energy management, and Meccano International Limited have signed a memorandum of understanding on electrical distribution. The agreement covers the sale and distribution of Schneider Electric's low-voltage products and equipment in electrical distribution in order to enhance the accessibility of these products to Nigerians and support local companies. According to the country president of Schneider Electric, the agreement with Meccano will help the two companies deliver Schneider Electric's quality power products to Nigerians using Meccano's geographical distribution spread across the country. Also present at the signing ceremony was the French Minister for Foreign Trade, Nicole Brick.
For industry watchers and analysts, this meeting may well be a ripple effect of the ongoing reforms in Nigeria's energy sector. Schneider Electric, an energy management provider, wants to partner with a more domestic company, Meccano, to distribute its world-class electrical products. It's a short but strategic business meeting, and so straight to the business of the day. Both top men cross the T's and dot the I's, an action that will guarantee more local access to Schneider's product.
We have plans to manufacture locally many equipment, switchgears, especially for medium voltage, where Meccano has all the machinery and the skills to deliver quality products and equipment. Will also help to better serve the markets, especially in the power sector, again, where Meccano has a very strong position.
We came into this agreement to merge the international with the local content between Meccano and Schneider Electric. We hope this agreement is going to lead us to the second level where we can produce most of the items here or most of the assembly here, and that's our plan really.
The partnership, according to the frames of reference, will help deepen the presence of Schneider's electric products and further improve investment in Nigeria by French companies. Trade volumes for both countries has been put at 4 billion euros and still growing. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
First Bank, truly the first.
take on some more business news now. Here's Jackie Rogers.
Thank you, Amarachi. Nigeria's telecommunications sector is fast becoming one of the most dynamic and strongest in the world. Over 120 million mobile phone subscribers. Well, despite this success, a lot still needs to be done to ensure that subscribers get value for money. This was the focus of the 4th Annual Nigeria Communications Conference, a media and ICT event sponsored by Etisalat Nigeria. Our correspondent, Bisi Koka, reports.
The fact that owning a GSM phone now costs almost next to nothing has made it easier for almost every Nigerian to own one. A major boost to the telecoms industry in the country. One of the fastest growing service providers in the country, Etisalat Nigeria, highlights some of the challenges being faced by the operators and the effects on the subscriber.
When we see either members of the public or high-handedness of shutting down sites, destroying equipment, everybody loses. Not just the mobile operator, but the whole community as a whole loses. So there needs to be greater respect for that public infrastructure, which is deployed to help all of us get a better way of life.
The Commission is committed to ensuring that the government realizes and there is plans to declare telecoms infrastructure critical national infrastructure, that they are protected as very important infrastructure that benefits every member of the society.
So, what is Etisalat Nigeria doing differently, even in the midst of the challenges, to give its customers value for their money?
The smartphones don't come alive unless you have a good mobile provider. So I moved from the biggest to Etisalat, and I am delighted.
We're trying very hard to make sure that we don't disappoint the customers. We're investing significantly. We have an unrelenting approach to making sure we deal with problems in a timely manner and see what are the lessons learned.
NigeriaCom is an annual event where key players in telecoms, the media, and ICT brainstorm on innovative ways to push the industry forward. And this year's event is sponsored by Etisalat Nigeria. Bisi Koka, Channels Television News.
Investors in ICO Insurance PLC will receive an 8 kobo dividend as declared by the company's board of directors. Well, this is an increase from the 2 kobo given to shareholders in 2010. They assured the investors at the company's 43rd annual general meeting in Lagos that their monies will be paid on September the 18th, 2013. Our correspondent Loretta Chogo reports.
The 43rd annual general meeting of the biggest and fastest growing insurance company in Nigeria started on a rather solemn note. All in the hall observed a minute silence in honor of one of the directors, Omorege Akenzua. The meeting, however, picked up momentum when the audited report for year 2012 was presented. The report received accolades from a cross-section of these investors who were judged it one of the best. This is because it maintained a robust financial status with an increase in its profit after tax jumping up.
I think the hallmark of any good company is because the ability of the company to pay claims as and when due. And for ICO PLC, I think you have done very well in that area. Net benefits and claims of 4.9 billion naira for the year under review. I think you've done very well in that area. So kudos to our company for your job well.
On the special business age, the only area, Mr. Chairman, is the existing share capital, the management share ownership scheme that we want to do. We want it to be so affected because we have seen companies that will give this type of investment.
But for the chairman and other senior members of the board, there is no resting on their oars.
The vision and the mission is beyond the Nigerian expectation. we are going for the masses and everybody. So by participating in insurance, you already cover all economy.
We are in business to pay claims, and that's the only way we can demonstrate to the insuring public that we'll be looking after them in the event of any claims coming up. Our claims payment has been rising, and I think it's in course of the operations, in tandem with the operations.
With a record figure of 103,000 shareholders, the ICO insurance share capital also moved up from 5 billion to 7.5 billion. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Let's join Bisi Coker again, this time for tonight's stock market report. Bisi.
Welcome to the stock market report. The bearish trend continued at the Nigerian equities markets as the all-share index dipped further into negative territory. The key benchmark index dipped marginally by 0.02% to end Tuesday's session at 35,851.37 points. The market's capitalization remained at 11.4 trillion naira. Owando PLC tops the laggards table with a 10% decline, while Access Bank and Verno Products trail behind with losses under 10% each. On the flip side, just international breweries, Trans Express and Red Star Express were among the day's percentage appreciators with gains under 10% each. The day's most actively traded stocks include UBA, Access Bank and Transnational Corporation of Nigeria. When the closing bell rang, volume also dropped to 184.7 million units and valued at 1.9 billion naira. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I'm BC Koka.
Thank you, BC. That's it as well on business news. On the news at 10, we'll just leave you with those markets before Amarachi returns.
First Bank, truly the first.
Next on the news at 10, Egypt comes alive as the draws for the 2014 African Nations Championship take center stage tomorrow. At On Sports News, to stay with us.